Muraibwense Daktari William Samoruto nigo asingerere kwegerera ubwamate bwoje bakora egasi amo ne county area Nairobi chingaki eng'aniyo egendete konyora ebirengererio aho naboigo abaumini be kansa ye Katoliki nigo banyako bakumena chikansa aho chaka amatuko emerongo ene yo kweng'ata. Kichingia na ndumwachu murieri ande onse asuri ngunyako ngo kwarigani gocha ase message amangana mayende tunyako to sanga twimanye ase nchira cy'ubwikanu ari abireko bakagutwikira asigita sinikiga iri ane ngonguru kwa Hesborn Bosire tuko yachaka rituko lya rero abaumini be dini ye Katoliki niko banyako bakumya na chikanisa abuna enjira emo yoko kora imisa anemono imanyikante ngati tato yeri bugo sebwe Ash Wednesday abo ase barikonyara ko bakunyura nabo yugo guchaka kwengata asigika kyamatuko emerongo ene mo randi abwe kanisa ye Katoliki ya Nyabururu kaukwana amona bariki amangana niganya ko bakakuburi abaumini banyara ko bagusanga nabo banyara ko bakorokia ubwanjani anemono kinga kechiga cyugo kikosaba nabo yugo kwengata nyuma bataje kunyara ko bagoswa ase suku area Easter nabo yugo Good Friday. Ababwatani be dini ye Katoliki imambi ye tukoria rero nigo banyako bagosangirikana ase chikanisa ao anemono gucengera Jumatano yeribu. Ime ye county ya Kisii abaigo ababwatani be kanisa ya Nyabururu yikunyako bakegutuka ime ye ward area Nyakoe bugetutu ya South county ya Kisii nigo imisa iyo yanyarako bagikuragwa amono mofada bwe kanisa iyo Hesborn nyareji uyu nyarako bagakora imisa ye rituko lya rero
rituko lya rero tugucengera rituko linene lyelibu asoko chaka emechando ya Yesu Kristo na kubwa mono neintwe tugusanga amona Kristo ase mechande yaye ase okwebekeraniamo ase birengererio asa mang'ana na sogokora na wetera ase emechando ya Kristo neintu boigo tokoreta chigurube chitu emechando yaitu na komoreri Kristo anyaraka gutubugureria
kaukwana ekero ekyo father ni ganyere ko bagakuburi ababwatani banyara ko bakunyurana na banyara ko bagusanga anemono chinga kichiga bakunyara ko bakunyura oguchandwa kwa Yesu Kristo amatuko emerongo ene
asoro gendo ruiga rwa matuko emerongo ene tugutara monere tukumuburia atubugurerie chigurube chitu na kuba mono asugwikirania emirimo etatu asamagora yaiga yokweng'ata ase oko asogo saba mono nabo igo gusira na gokonya baminta bari meire asenchera ya muguseyende nabo igo nainde aso okweng'ata ukwiga twensi tukurangirwa aso gusira baminto aso gusaba nabo igo nainde aso koleta chigurube chitu na komenta gusabira baminto abale meire asenchera ya muguseyende ngelyo byabwa Nyasaye na maberaye anyare gakororekana ase abantu baye botambe ase okosira abamwabo buno mu Kristo omukatoliki ase ogosaba mono buno mu Kristo omukatoliki aso kweng'ata na aso kweng'ata okoiga nigo tukweng'ata kuru ase chinkora chitu
ingo reporter ya MSA ya mang'ana mayakuru ase ekanisa ye Katoliki ya Nyabururu iriane nigo nkuru kwa Hesborn Bosire naboigo eskuru ya Gianchire nigo yanyako bakio konyora obokonyi bugukoroserwa orubebe urachkunyako barogokonya eskuru yo asingencho yoko gitwa korengana amono munyakerugo onyatuka bagakurwa ase ekyombekeri kya National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya nigo anyara ko bagakwene kyanga orubebe urinigo rurerwe ngencho mono ase eskuru yo ne okuburia obuteneneri bwe eskuru yo bagenda kuburia eserikali naboigo ikigancha ekyo getenenete chiskuru chiri cy'abana bari special buna enjira emo yogo chikogenderia gukinya eskuru ekyo naboigo chiskuru chinde imeyense ya Kenya.
Where do they go when they live here? Even when as they go out there and become parents as well. Who takes care of them when they are looking after after their own families? Or when we have given them skills and we say go and work, when they are at work and things happen, who takes care of them? So we're just calling upon the community also, as you go about doing your business, as you go about teaching, as you go about assisting others to manage their life, take special interest to just think of those who cannot look after themselves, particularly the woman who is disabled. How is she managing? A child who is disabled and has got skills, how is he managing when you start rampage and you start running out? They can't do anything to them for themselves. So therefore we pray for peace. That's all that we're pleading for our society, particularly in consideration for girl child who is disabled, and above all others, of course, that we want protected.
And of course that has changed this environment, because even if the national grid is not working, then they have got the lighting and the power and so forth. We also give what we call flagship projects. And the flagship projects would include what goes up to 3 million shillings is the perimeter wall. And I think it has been explained, it is very critical for safety, for security, and also for protection of the resources of the institution here.
Because we are in the CMBE, and the CMBE, as much as we keep on criticizing resources here, CU staffing there, CU retooling here, personally, I'm involved in it almost on a day-to-day, because I know what are the competencies, what are the skills, whether we are talking about creativity, we are talking about critical thinking, we are talking about communication, we are talking about innovativeness, we are talking about computer literacy, financial literacy. That's what we need going forward. The children and the teachers work together. If there's anything that we can do as a national fund for the support, we will. Not only here in Kianchere, not only here in Kisii, but we have done it all over the country.
Wego chingaki echiga abarimi bagendete kwebeka ange asenge njo yogosimeka nigo abarimi kuru ase county ya Kisii na wego chi county chiri chinyate koba chikobera ange amoni county yubanyara koba konyora obosemi abuna barachi kunyara koba bagochora chimbusuru echibachi kunyara koba gutumeka aso gosimeka buna injira eyemo yogokinia rigesari yabo kaukwana amona bariki amangana umunyakergo John Kanyinge we kambuni area baya East Africa niganyera koba kago semia abarimi nigo bakunyara koba konyora rigesarike kubwatikana amonu gutachora chimbego chirichigo chikokori buya asi chinsemo chiri bakunyara koba okorera oborimi bwabo musakito bwamangana Amayia Wilson Omenge niganyera koba kago twariganiria oroboti ru asinchira yubikirano
abarimi kurase county ya Kisii babiri bagosemi go kubatikana nechinchira cyo kumanya chinyeke chitagwenereti ase chiro.
We are here to officially launch the national promotion, decaf promotion campaign for two purposes. One, to encourage farmers to scratch carefree stickers that are put on the bags so that we can participate in the fight against counterfeits.
Kulingana na John Kanyinge, oyoro managing director kurase company ya Baya East Africa, ngabreka ukwandira kubatikana n'ubyo babiri bokubekwa nabono obosemi go kya sabarimi ase chinjera cyo komanya chinyeke chitanchiri ase echiro.
So counterfeit seeds are a big threat to the economy because farmer pays money to buy seed, but what he gets on the farm is not seed that give him what he was looking for. And that means the productivity of the farms is much lower when you're talking about counterfeit seed.
Kulingana na John Kanyinge, ugutoka ogwe chinyeke icho chitaraba chigwanchirwa ne serikali nigo chabire chikwirera ugutotoka okwerigesa ligwenerete asabarimi nabo igokoba umuchando asesegi korwania ugutoka okwenchara asense ito ya Kenya.
So it's an economic loss in the sense that farmers have spent money to buy something that is forcibly put across to them that is going to give them production, while it's not going to give them production. So they lose money, but also the eventual goal of feeding the nation, ensuring food security, is not achieved because we are not going to get the yields that farmers are expecting.
Here we have always partnered with farmers trying to make their lives easier, and especially such at times when we have a lot of changes in global warming and changes in climate. We are leading in terms of technology, producing varieties which can be able to withstand harsh environment. We are producing varieties which can be able to withstand drought.
Kakoya kwanaya imeyetonya bosongo asomoroberio bokumanya abalimi kubatikana n'echinchera cyo kumanya chinyeke chitagwenereti asechiro nigo bono abateneri kurase company ya Beya East Africa babiri bagokwanira kubatikana n'ubo science bweme babiri bagokorekana asengencho yo gosemya abalimi kumanya chinyeke bagwenetse gosimika asemigondo yabo ile kwenyorera ligesa ligwenerete.
Small scale farmers are the biggest contributor to food security in our country. We know maize is staple food in Kenya, in the other African countries, and 99% of food production or maize production is done by the smallholder farmers. And that's why there can never be maize production without the smallholder farmers. There can never be food security without the smallholder farmers. And that's why we are passionate about partnering with the smallholder farmers and also enabling them with the correct tools.
Abange babali babiri bagukwana babiri bakogokera umurubire yo nabono gukwana na kwenekinga nigo beire kuko bakonya kuimukereria oburimi bwabo ase migondo yabo.
Tangu nianze kupanda hii mahindi ya DK 77 8033 8031 imetoa njaa kwangu. Hapo awali nilikuwa napanda hizi mahindi zingine asikuwa zinanisaidia, lakini tangu nianza kupanda hii mahindi ya Decab nimeona mafanikio kwa familia, kwa kijiji, mpaka constituency mzima.
Hii shamba ilikuwa hapa awali nilikuwa natoa mahindi ndogo sana. Ikijaribu ilikuwa natoa gorogoro 10, lakini nilipopanda hiyo DK777 nilipata gunia moja na gorogoro 10 kutoka gorogoro 10 ambayo nilikuwa napata hapo awali.
Kuripotiria Voice of Victory Iretariane Wilson Omenge.
Manju muriria kubatikana amono roboti ururu ya Wilson Omenge kuru asubuga takati umuchi obosongo nigarugo tuira ase omotumoko omwenge lakini unyure na mange nkwarganeti koruga ikabuna abayiburi bakonyara ko bagosegetwa bakonye nabo babwatene amona barimu ase ngencho yogo konya ebyagwa byabana babo.
Kila siku ya Jumanne na Jumatano saa 2:30 hadi saa 3 ungana naye Kalen Atanja akiwa na mgeni Judith Nabwire wakikuletea kipindi cha afya mbashara kwenye runinga ya Amazing Voice of Victory na redio ya Voice of Victory. Kosa uchekwe. Kila siku ya Jumanne na Jumatano saa 2:30 hadi saa 3 ungana naye Kalen Atanja akiwa na mgeni Judith Nabwire wakikuletea kipindi cha afya mbashara kwenye runinga ya Amazing Voice of Victory na redio ya Voice of Victory. Kosa uchekwe.
Uyakima omo ligereria onema gayokoru ase omotumoko umwengeni ngokwene gocha ase message ya mangana maya netogenda kwemanyi ari aberuko bakagutwikira ase gitasini kiga kya Amazing Voice of Victory nabo gogusuka guchibosio omo ligereria one ayande naringa umurai bwense Dr. William Samuel Ruto mwasubwit kuria rero nigo agenderera gukora etaro yaye imiye county ya Nairobi abo asagenderera kwigirira igati yo kuigwana nawe serikali enene nabo igo serikali ye county ya Nairobi ekikonyara koba chikubwatera nabuna injira emo yo gukinia imi county eyo ya Nairobi nigo anyara kobaga kwenekia ogosibia oroche ruria rwa Nairobi nigo rachikonyara koba rukuru amabaga gochi ase abasae nabo igo kinia obirengo byobochenu ase e county eyo.
Vijana 45,000 wanapata riziki katika mpango huu wa Climate Works hapa Nairobi River. Na nataka niwahakikishie vijana wale mnafanya Climate Works ya kwamba hata kazi hii ikiisha, mimi nitapanga kazi nyingine. Ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba vijana wa Kenya wanapata mahali ya kujishikilia, kushikilia familia zao na tupange Kenya tukiwa pamoja. We have come together between the national government and the county government in the interest of the people of Nairobi. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee?
Mimi kama seneta mteule wa chama cha serikali tumeshikana na wana ODM na wale wanajaribu kuvuruga ODM Nairobi, tuambie warudi nyumbani. Sisi tunashirikiana na serikali, wana ODM wamekaribishwa Kenya kwanza, sisi tumeungana kama broad base.
Sema county na serikali kuu ishirikiane, tufanye kazi pamoja, tuongeze mabarabara, masoko na Nairobi ipate chapa zaidi kuwafanyia nyinyi kazi. Sio ndo tunataka? Ama ni aje? We have come together between the national government and the county government in the interest of the people of Nairobi. Umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Kuna watu wanajaribu kumtishia huyu gavana ati amehand over Nairobi. Mimi nataka niwaambie bwana, hakuna Nairobi imekuwa handed over. Mimi niko na kazi ya kutosha ya kufanya ya national. Ile tumefanya ni ushirikiano, tuweze kujenga city yetu. Itasimamiwa na county government, our MCA ndio watafanya hiyo kazi pamoja na gavana wao. Mimi kazi yangu ni kuwasaidia ndio tuhakikishe Nairobi inatembea. Kule kwengine wanabadilisha miji yao. Nairobi lazima ibadilike, iwe na standard ya juu ndio tushinde zile zingine. Mnataka Addis Ababa itushinde? Mnataka Lusaka itushinde? Mnataka Kampala itushinde? Mnataka nani wawe mbele? Nairobi! Nairobi hoye! Kenya hoye!
Oigo igati ya barai nigo banyariko bagwesokia na bego kwenekia nigo barachikogenda gwika ikigambiro kwamiriria ukuigwana na ukukwanya tukoba gukubikwa inse amo negati ya serikali ye county area Nairobi na boigo serikali enene bakurawa amo no muga mo senator we county area Nairobi Edwin Sifuna Bob Owino amona baraibande abange mwasubwitukuria rero nigo banyako bagoteba okuigwana nuko nigo kulima mincha amoneri chiko na igoneri buya Nairobi county enyara ko bakigwetenera kubwatikana nga ekatiba ya Kenya nige kunyara ko bagikurwa libaga gochia ase chi county chinyara ko bachigwetenera ase emerobeyo ao yengencho.
To make a mockery of the public, for you to do something, then you say you're going to do public participation on it. It means that you've already made up your mind and that you're going to do an exercise that is cosmetic. Number two, they have said the agreement takes force in within 14 days from yesterday. That tells you that we have under 13 days to be able to complete that public participation. I've also pointed out to you that if you read at the agreement at clause 6.2, they are saying any amendments that will arise from the public participation will be included. They are not anticipating a scenario where the people of Nairobi say we are rejecting the entire thing, you know. So, and there are other clauses in the document itself that say the parties can enter into supplemental, agreements without the participation of the people. So we are saying shelve this thing, go through a proper process. There are legal mechanisms for you to channel money if the need of Nairobi, for instance, has been identified as unique, just the way the other counties receive money for unique purposes like building of headquarters and building of county aggregation parks. We can be given a conditional grant to do our street lighting in Nairobi and retain fidelity to the constitution.
The on-source revenue is collected at Interior Office. I have all that. There was a recommendation that the governor ought to have been prosecuted. He's being protected by the higher powers. And Nairobi can run itself. Nairobi is not that incompetent. It is a shame that the governor says that he's a governor by birth, yet destroying the same very place that he was born in, leaving it a worse place than he found it.
Number two, they have said the agreement takes force in within 14 days from yesterday. That tells you that we have under 13 days to be able to complete that public participation. I've also pointed out to you that if you read at the agreement at clause 6.2, they are saying any amendments that will arise from the public participation will be included. They are not anticipating a scenario where the people of Nairobi say we are rejecting the entire thing. You know, so. And there are other clauses in the document itself that say the parties can enter into supplemental, agreements without the participation of the people. So we are saying shelve this thing, go through a proper process. There are legal mechanisms for you to channel money if the need of Nairobi. For
serikali abaibori goika aboro kiwani gabanyarko bakubori wabache amobuna inchira emo yokubwatena nabo igogusira amasomo anemono ase omdara oyo umuya OCBC boigo omwalimu omonene bw'eskuru ya Soni Suga Comprehensive School kuru ase county area Migori nigo anyariko bagakuboria nerebuya serikali enyarako bagikubeka ebintu biri bibonete buna injira emo yo gokonya aboroki gwako igenderia nigo ari gukwanayo chingaki eskuru eyo yariko nyarako bakigwikania ari tukurio korokia ebiegwa gose talent day ase eskuru eyo kubwatikana akiri anyariko bagakwenekia aboroki gwa nigo babwate ebiegwa ao kurinde bataranya ko bakwegwa ribaga banyarako bakworokia ebiegwa ebyabo korengana buna curriculum eye enya ya masomo ekonyara kwa bagie kwerera.
Hii ni siku yenye tunaandaa kila mwaka kupatia wanafunzi nafasi ya kuonyesha talanta yao. Walimu pia wako vile wanafanya hivyo na hata wazazi pia tumewaita na ni siku ya community hii yote. Kwa kweli nitasema ya kwamba mtaala huu ya CBE ndio ya muhimu kabisa, tena ni imepata nafasi nzuri ya kufanyiwa hapa Kenya. Wanafunzi wanaifurahia, sisi pia kama walimu tunaona matunda yake. Tena naweza sema ni muhimu watoto wakitoka huku wanapata nafasi bora huko senior. Umuhimu ya sherehe kama hii ni ya kupatia watoto wetu nafasi ya kuonyesha talanta yao. Hapa tuko na talanta chungu nzima. Tumeona matunda ya CBE na bado tunasema ndio tunataka kuingia kabisa na tuendeleze mtaala huu na ni bora zaidi kushinda ile ya 844. Tuko na changamoto nzima. Kwa mfano tunaanza na pengine vitu hazijaletwa ya kutosha, hatujapewa hata ile nyumba ya lab na pia pesa haijatosha ya kufanya sherehe kama hizi kwa shule zetu zote. Ndio changamoto kubwa sana, hata walimu hawajakuwa ya kutosha.
Cultural day in here our school, and today most of the learners are showcasing their talents, and this also helps in, we have our CBC. It helps us nurture our talents and abilities. Some students are weak in class and they have talent, so they showcase them so that they can have something to do.
As you can see, I'm putting my costume. I'm going to perform Tarab. And this cultural day can bring peace to our school, unity from teachers, students. It it can bring unity.
You've seen most children are sitting on their talents, and if they've been given an opportunity the way the CBE has introduced it. But today we are so surprised to see them even showing their talents, dancing, talking, and gaining that confidence. So we have to say that this thing of Cultural Day and the CBC has really developed our children and has prepared them.
Umurigeria one gwikira kabu no gukunya ngunya butura amangana magia kuru asi gitasini kega kia Amazing Voice of Victory wekachinga kinira na turanya kwa tukumina ase embeo iria ni gonguru kwa Hesborn Bosire tunya kwa tukubwate na Amonere Ishmael Omoyo kuru ensemo ya kabili studio na Boygo Wilson Omenge abanya ko bakwene kinga chibicha Amoniri ugicha nyine ko bachiko gwikira gabu ase ore.